Welcome to Front Row with Michael J. Curtis.
Boss of all boss.
A podcast where we dive into the world of pop culture, politics, entertainment, and more.
Well, welcome to Front Row with Michael J. Curtis. I am your host, Michael J. Curtis. Today we will be covering a couple of series of events that happened at Skybox on February 28th. That was on a Sunday, last day of Black History Month. The videos you just saw there was of an altercation that happened within the Skybox Sports Bar. So what we have is we have the owner of Skybox Sports Bar. She's going to come and join us to actually let us all know what happened on the events of that night. A lot of us were asking, where was Royce? Where were all these people? Where was security? Where was this person? So we have questions, and Toi Lisa Lockett, Toi Lisa Marks Lockett. Let's just use the whole thing, right? Toi Lisa Lockett is actually here to answer those questions for us today. So I'm going to bring her on, and I'm going to give her the platform to number one, say her side just as the owner of the establishment, and then also explain how all the events happened, how it took place, and what they're doing to improve the experience for the regular patrons there at Skybox. Okay, so we are going to do that now. Hi, now I don't know if you prefer Toi or Lisa.
I can go with Toi. A lot of the listeners may even know me by Miss Mark or Royce's wife, so we're gonna go with Toi for today. Is that okay?
That's fine with me, Toi. Okay, so Toi, first of all, I want to start off with you telling us about yourself and your background. Okay, so tell us where you come from.
Well, I'm from Gary, Indiana. I'm not originally from Milwaukee, but I've been here in Milwaukee since 2000. So I'm kind of from Milwaukee by this time. I've been in education the entire time that I've been here. I've had some other smaller businesses, and of course, Skybox. Right.
Skybox.
Of course, Skybox. So
yes. So then tell us about the history of Skybox. I kind of know the history already, but and I'm sure some people in Milwaukee already know the history of Skybox. But tell us about Skybox and its original intention as far as what it looks to bring to the city of Milwaukee and how it looks to make an impact.
Well, when we first came up with that Skybox concept, this was for coming somewhere, chilling out, being able to watch any type of sporting event, having a great in the Bronzeville district where we can come together and enjoy ourselves. And so, for the most part, that is still what we stand on. People that have worked at Skybox still love to come to Skybox. People that literally support Skybox or support me, Royce, or other people that have worked there, they love Skybox. It's not a place where people don't enjoy. People really enjoy Skybox. It's something about it. It's kind of weird. People really love and enjoy and feel like a family member at Skybox. Everybody feel like a VIP. They do.
Exactly.
And so I think that's a good thing too. To feel welcome or to feel like
I got a hat on, Toi. I'm sorry, I got a hat on now.
Me,
I ain't got my haircut.
You see mine? Right. Boom.
I don't get a haircut. But yeah.
And we've done a lot in the community. We've given away free turkeys, book bags. I've given away scholarships, $1,000 scholarships. I've supported churches. We support the police department. We give out water, masks, ice. We bought basketball courts. We've sent away care packages to college students. I can't tell you the number of things that we've done. So it's not like Skybox is just taking from the community. I want people to know we give a lot back to the community.
Exactly. And Denisha said, Skybox is like Cheers, where everybody knows your name. And that's very true. It really is. It definitely is. Because I was saying the same thing. I'm like, Bruce don't say that. So I don't understand how all of this happened. How all of that happened. Shanita, restart your browser. That may help you out. She's having trouble with her browser or something.
But what's really crazy is I don't think people know that was Royce's birthday weekend. His birthday was on February 26th. So he was actually celebrating his birthday. And I think the sad part about it is he works so hard at Skybox because for the most part, when you go there, you'll see Royce there 7 days a week.
Absolutely.
7 days a week. So the weekend that he chooses to go and celebrate his birthday,
Yeah.
is the weekend that it goes haywire. To come
Yeah.
back and this is what you've worked so hard for, and you're there.
Mm,
Like he sacrifices family time. I mean, he's there.
mm.
Can
Right.
you imagine having a job that's 7 days a week?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you come back
Absolutely.
and
And then
now here
it's
we are.
this.
Right.
Yeah, now we are. So there are some people, and I do have some to this. There are some people who are asking, when did you become the owner of Skybox?
I think it all transferred over maybe about 5 years ago.
Okay.
So, they started it, fixed it up. I don't know if you know some of the other people that were involved in it. And we had
Yeah,
people
I know a few.
out. And then,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it just transferred over to you about 5 years ago. Okay.
Mm,
Because it was some that
maybe
had
even
that
six.
question. Maybe even 6 years ago. There's some. What is the status of your license today, Toy?
We are under a provisional license. We will be going
Uh-huh.
up for renewal on March 9th at
Okay.
10:35. Really because of this incident. We had this incident probably not occurred, we wouldn't be in
Mm.
the area that we're in now, but it was under a
Yeah.
provision, which means the licensing department wasn't saying we're not going to license
Yeah.
you. They're saying in
Right.
the interim, until they meet and they look at everything, we're going to give you a
Right.
provisional license so you can operate. And
Gotcha.
during that cover of the 2 or 3 months of the provisional,
Yeah.
we'll meet as a common council. We'll vote
Mhm.
to see if the citizens in the community still want you there, and if they want
Yeah.
you there, and you haven't had any disturbances and so forth, we'll approve your
Right.
license. But
Gotcha.
now I did get a packet where I will have to go and kind of substantiate or speak to this particular incident. And the
Absolutely.
crazy thing in the packet is there
Uh-huh.
was an email that circulated that said Skybox did absolutely nothing for the fight, that we didn't break it up, we put them out of the front door
Mm.
altogether. And that is absolutely untrue. That
Well, then
email,
do this for me. Have you seen all of the video footage? And I don't mean just the video footage from Skybox. Have you seen like everybody else's videos, even including the two that I just played?
can you believe now? I've been in Milwaukee for 20 years.
Yeah.
I know a ton of students that really vibe with me,
Right.
people that know me. I woke
Right.
up to every video, probably some that you haven't seen. I
Right.
woke up to people's lives. People tagged
Mm-hmm.
me in different things. People
Mm-hmm.
inboxed me. People called me to see if I was okay. Were you there? This is
Right.
this. So
Yeah. Is that, and I understand that, but Kenya asked a good question. Why
that
was
is
it
a good
so many
question.
people in there during the pandemic without masks? And let's be clear about it, Toy. And I understand you all weren't there to see this and weren't there to handle this, but I've looked at every video and I didn't see one person with a mask on.
Now let me say this: when you and people can say this when they walk in, the first thing we
Yeah.
say is, "Do you have your mask?"
Right.
Royce, patron, Royce, as well as our
Hmm.
employees, tell them put your mask on. Put your mask on. We even have
Right.
masks at the door if you don't have your mask.
Right.
When people get inside, the DJs constantly say, "Put your mask on." About every
Right.
15 minutes, the DJs will say that.
Right.
Um,
Exactly.
I wish, Miss Kenya, that people would just do it, but
Yeah.
it's difficult to enforce it. And so
Yeah.
if people come to us and say, hey, I don't want to wear my mask for religious reasons or medical reasons, I can't
Yeah.
even legally put them out because then that becomes
Wow.
discrimination. So
Gotcha.
then people will say, well, we all came in the same car together. I don't want to wear my mask because we're in the same household.
Right.
So it
Right.
becomes this fight. Now they may not, and I agree with you, Miss Kenya and
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah.
I didn't see any
Yeah.
either. And I am,
No.
just so that you all know that there are consequences for me for that. Um,
Yeah.
we are no longer we are no longer at 100% capacity where we normally could be. The health department
Yeah.
is aware of the videos. And so now we are at only 25% capacity because of that. So
Mm,
it's not that I'm not being admonished for that, but I am telling the health department we attempt to enforce it. People don't want to wear the mask inside. And it's
I
difficult
understand.
because people are talking over
Yeah.
music, people are drinking, people are eating, people are partying. It's just difficult. Um,
Now, what I can
but to
attest
say,
to for you, Toy, and I don't, yeah, I can attest to it for you just as a regular on a Friday, right? So we come on a Friday, and the masks are enforced. The certain areas are roped off. Um, then you also have hand sanitizer that sits at the front. I know Skybox, okay? So
thank
I'm
you.
trying to understand how is it that on a particular day that you've left and you're not there, this has stopped? What happened?
You know what? I wish I could really answer that because I
Yeah.
think what happens is people don't value your business like you do. And so when
Mm,
we're there, we can watch them. But I guess that says if we have to watch you, then we don't need you. And
yeah.
so it just got out of hand. I know
Yeah.
people want to say maybe it was the promoter. I
Ain't
get
people, that's me. Ain't no people, that's me. That's
and,
me. And I'm gonna tell you why. Me.
and
I
I
said that.
don't
I'll tell you why.
yeah,
Go
and
ahead.
we have talked, I don't want to put it on the promoter because what we pay promoters to do is to
Mm,
use their influence to come
hmm.
to our establishments
Right.
so that everybody can have a good time. And so
Exactly.
this promoter was paid to do what promoters do, promote.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
because
That's part
he's
of our
good at
job.
yep, that and because he's good at it, people literally follow that guidance. Hey, this is the hot spot. It's Sunday. This is what we do. And so
Mm,
people do what the promoter has asked. I
exactly.
do think that there was some failures on the part of the door. So
Okay.
it coming in
Okay.
the counters, like I can't tell you how many counters we have.
Right.
Scanners for IDs. It just the
Yeah.
protocols that are normally in place failed.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just failed.
So here's it, and this is why. Let me tell you why. And I'm gonna give you my perspective as a promoter, right? I'm a
Mhm.
comedian. I promote shows. When I'm at your venue, right, and you brought me in as a promoter, I don't look at that as, well, I'm just here bringing my people and Skybox is just here. As a promoter, you manage your crowd because you know that's your crowd. Okay. You put out the flyer, you brought the people out, you asked the people to be there, they showed up. Okay. So you cannot, I'm not saying take full accountability and it's all falls on the promoter, but whoever it was. But what I will say is that the promoter has to take some accountability in this because if I can look from a video and tell there's too many people in that bar, you're there. I know you know that. You see what I'm
I
saying?
I will say that the promoter does promote everybody being on two levels, and that's another thing. The
Mm-hmm.
downstairs was completely empty, like nobody was down there, so people could have gone downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So we do try to move them around, but it's something about upstairs at Skybox.
Mm-hmm.
I, to be honest, I can't even call it. And Miss Kenya is
And
correct. In a
yeah,
pandemic. And you would think that people would just move. But we do ask them to, like Ms. Denisha is saying, we can't
Yeah.
force them to wear it. And the city hasn't really given us any direction to say, okay, we'll just kick them out. You can't. You can't just say, you don't wear it, get out.
Right.
It's not that simple. If a person says, hey, I have a medical condition, I came with the people that I'm sitting next to, it's
Yeah.
religious purposes,
Right.
that's discrimination. So I still got
Yeah.
to let them sit there without a mask on.
So, but see, here's the thing, though. Even if we said no mask, right, Toy? No mask.
Mhm.
Let's just throw masks out the window. Let's throw that out the door. How many people we saw in this video? How crowded we saw? When Royce usually lets us in the door, Royce takes us to a table. You understand what I'm saying? And you sit down, you eat. He expects for your mask not to be down unless you are actively eating, actively drinking. He enforces these rules. But see, I have an issue though. Okay, here I come with it. The same promoter that promoted Sunday is promoting again
For
at
what
your
day?
establishment. I believe it's a Tuesday or Thursday.
No,
Let me see. I was sent the
Thursday latest.
flyer. I was sent the flyer. Let
Yep,
me get
Thursday.
to it.
Now let me say this. As we're moving forward, I don't want you
Mm-hmm.
to think that I cannot allow that 2% of people to destroy a business. But I will say moving forward, we do have a new security team. We
Uh-huh.
have different protocols in place. Royce will be at the door at all times. And if he can't on those higher profile nights, we will close.
Mm-hmm.
We just won't open.
Okay.
Um, so
Yeah. I
we
don't think
are,
that's fair to you all. I don't think that's fair to you all.
but you know what?
That's not.
I agree
Yeah.
with you. But do you see
Yeah.
what happens when we're not there? And it's really
Mm-hmm.
at a point where if you don't grab a hold of your business, other people will. And that's just what happened.
Now I don't know if Denisha is trying to say that he has had other events and it has not been successful in
I
non-violent.
think she's trying to say
But
it has been successful. This particular Sunday, to be honest with you, Mr. Curtis, this is an
mhm,
anomaly. This is
yeah.
something that is, I I can really tell you, this is not
Mhm.
what we do at Skybox.
You ain't got to sit up here. I know.
This
Yeah.
ain't, to be honest with you, this is definitely outside of the box. This
Yes.
is
Definitely.
this is not Skybox. This ain't
Right.
Skybox. And I can stand on that. And I can
Right.
safely say that the reason how I know it's not Skybox is we have a commercial with American Express that airs on ESPN. Do you think a company like that would have reached out to us if this video is what is Skybox? This is
Yeah.
not
Yeah. Yeah.
Skybox.
Yeah.
The Bucks
Right.
tweet us out. This
Yeah.
this video with these young ladies is
Right.
not who Skybox is in no way, shape, or form. My
Right.
servers, people love the servers that are there. There are
Mhm,
patrons in the city
mhm.
that only will go to certain servers. I know
Right.
Shalonda's gonna be there on this day. I know Tony's gonna be there on this day. I know this person. This is who I go to. These are my
Yeah.
go-to people. This Kimmy,
True.
this my girl. That,
Yeah.
that's
Kimmy is
how we
mine.
do. You get what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying. So I'm gonna go to Kimmy because
Right.
that's my girl.
It's
Um,
Kimmy and it's another one. I forgot her name. Yeah.
but do you
I
get what I'm
forgot the other
saying?
one's
So
name. Absolutely.
this video is so not Skybox that
Right.
when I started getting them, people was like, "Girl, what happened?" Hey, I, it's so not Skybox that it boggles me. That's why I'm so glad
Yeah.
you are allowing me this platform because
Mm.
this isn't Skybox. It's not Kimmy, it's not
Right.
Shalonda, it's not Tony, it's not the
Right.
people that work. It's just not,
No.
it's not them.
Right. Right. And you know what? I said that in the live. I know you had a chance to see it. That
I
was my
can't.
point. What when did we change directions? Like, what's going on? Like, when did we get to the other side of the street on this?
Now, let me
You
ask you,
know,
and I don't know, and I can ask the viewers if they think that the crowd that was fighting is just not our crowd. Are these people that we've never seen there before, or is this the fact that there are so many other bars that are closed? Because there are other bars in the city that are closed right now. And so, are
yeah,
we getting an overflow of people really wanting to be out? Is it the
mm,
fact that we say pandemic and you can't come
yeah,
out, that people want to
right,
come out?
exactly. Yeah. And you know, that's a really good question to ask because I always said, and this is what I said in the video, Skybox is for people that got a job, okay? We we come to Skybox to relax, to unwind. And for me, that's what Skybox is for. I don't go to other places, right? Certain other places because I don't want to encounter that, right?
You don't
So
want to
you
encounter
see,
what you saw on Sunday. And you, just like a lot
exactly.
of people, that's why they come to Skybox. They know they feel safe there. We search people at the door. Like it
Yeah,
was, that's what Sheila Gordon said. I was, listen,
yeah,
Miss Gordon, I promise you, moving forward,
yeah,
this
yeah,
won't happen again. We are
yeah,
taking every step in precaution. This is just not what we do. People come there and chill. We have a great time at Skybox. People come in,
mhm,
people go. People come in, hey, it's Wing Wednesday. They want to see Cat. They want to see certain people. Um,
yeah.
that's the new generation. Let me say this, Miss Crittenden. The funny thing is, the girls that were in that fight are all over 25. They were from
That's
25 to
ridiculous.
33 years old.
That is
None of them were
ridiculous.
21.
Oh my goodness. And
I
some people said,
apologize, Michael. I didn't mean to break
"No,
off.
you are fine. I want you to. I want. This is supposed to be a community dialogue, and we invited them here so that you had a chance to speak your piece. You know, to say, hey, this isn't who we are as a
It's not
brand
as a
and
brand,
as
even
people.
as a family, as me and Royce and those people that know me.
Yeah,
And there are some people that are on this live or that will see it later on that will be like, that's
yeah,
Miss Mark. That was my teacher. That
yeah,
was my administrator. That she helped me to graduate. They know this right here, that video, that's not
yeah,
me. People that know
yeah.
Royce, you know what they gonna say? That's
What
really not Royce. He
you hear?
laid back.
Listen, I said the same thing. I'm like, where was Royce?
Like everybody,
Where
that's
was
just
Royce?
not him. He sit at the bar,
No.
he chilling,
Yes.
he smoking a hookah, he gonna come by and check on you, he gonna
Right.
laugh and talk with you, but that's not him either.
Not no. Dewan says a lot of places aren't open on Sundays too. Skybox is the only black-owned business open 7 days a week, so people flock there on Sunday especially.
And that's
So that I
true.
guess that, yeah,
And that's what I was bringing up. The fact is, we are servicing a lot of different people,
yeah,
and we attempt to service the needs of so many different people.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and we want to be there for our people on
Right,
MLK. You
right.
get what I'm saying? We want to be
Because
there.
you yes, and that's I was saying I said, wait a minute, y'all out here fighting, y'all fighting on during Black History Month on MLK Drive on a Sunday.
Yeah,
You ain't
we
got
want to be
respect for yeah.
for nothing.
So it
For me, and see, they come in.
yeah. For me, I come every Sunday. That's what Martina is saying. I know when a vibe is off, and I just knew that night it was about to be something going on. It was packed at 8:40, which mostly doesn't happen often. Those girls were not the normal crowd.
And I'm glad somebody is saying that because,
Yeah,
um, like I said, there are a lot of places that are not open. And so,
exactly.
and what's crazy, I am, thank you, Mr. Young. It is one of the most inclusive venues. We do try to have
Yeah,
everybody there. I appreciate you saying that. Um, we try to invite everybody in. And to believe it or not, Mr. Curtis, everybody
yeah,
think they're VIP. When they walk up on a
yes,
Sunday night
yeah,
and it's a pack, they be like, I'm VIP. Call Royce, call Toy. Ev- because
yeah.
we have created an environment where
Mm-hmm.
everybody is important to us. So we
Mm-hmm.
want everybody there. I just cannot. I really cannot say what Sunday was about. I don't. I
Yeah.
almost blamed it on a full moon that was the night before, but
That's what we were saying. We were like, it was a full moon. It was a full moon.
like for real, it was a full moon. The full moon was the night
It was a
before.
full moon. So let me ask you this question. Where were the failures in security? Because all through the videos we were saying, where is security? Where is security? What is security doing? Where is
Well,
security? So help us
when I
understand what happened with that.
Okay, well now let me say this. Security has to be at the door. Security has to be in the basement. Security has to be a lot of different places. So
Right.
some of my security is downstairs because, of course, if we're pushing people downstairs, some people want to be upstairs so bad they will sneak up my back steps to come upstairs.
Wow.
So I have to
No.
have security at the back. Okay. In
Right.
addition to that, I got to have security at the front because they have to pat people down. They got to check IDs. So I have security there. But
Right.
security is throughout the venue as well. So
Right.
in this particular altercation, and I am going to say this with some certainty, the girls that were in the fight, 30 minutes before the fight, they were dancing on each other. They were having a good time.
Oh Lord.
They were all partying. So it went left so quickly. So when I say it went left so quickly, it went left in a flash over a hookah. I don't know if everybody knows. The fight is over a hookah.
A hookah.
So I don't know. Yes,
how much do you charge for hookahs, Toy?
It must be too much. Okay. 20, 25. It must be. It's gotta be.
You gotta be. This is the problem. Look, we don't pinpoint the problem, but you charge too much for your hookah. You gotta break it down.
Listen, there wasn't no CBD in there. It wasn't no weed in it. It was blueberry mint. I'm gonna stop selling blueberry mint. Okay.
Just stop selling blueberry mint. Blueberry mint is the cause of this issue. This heifers was fighting over a hookah.
A hookah. That's how the fight started. A hookah.
No. Arthur has a question for us. She says, at what point do you limit the capacity, especially within these times?
We limit the capacity. Hey, Alta, thank you for asking. We limit the capacity all the time. Again, we weren't there. And so everything that we had in place literally failed.
Wow.
From beginning to end. It just failed. We limit the capacity based on the capacity limitations that are set on us. Our capacity is somewhere around 325, somewhere around there. I don't have that number right in front of me because I have a capacity for the upper level, a capacity for the bottom level. 8 security guards were there. And I have capacity for the patio.
For the patio. So she said eight
security guards were there.
And
that's our normal. That's our normal number of security guards. Now we don't own the security company that's across the street, but they even have security guards over there as well. And I want to say they have about 5. So in that area, I would say there were anywhere from 10 to 15 security guards.
So where in the world was this 10 to 15 when these girls out in the middle of the street?
But now listen, here's the issue. Now, once they get to MLK, it becomes a breach of contract if my security guard. Well, can we go back and let me tell you how the fight went? Can we go back a little bit?
Let's do this. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning. How this all? Yeah, that's awesome.
I feel like it's a little. So they were fighting over a hookah. Okay. Either the girl smoked the wrong hookah, picked up the hookah, or something like that. So they started fighting. We're going to say Y was fighting M. Okay. Y is fighting M. They're arguing. All right. So in the argument, M picks up whatever bottle or a hookah or whatever and ends up swinging and hits C. C is not even involved in it. So for those of you all that saw the girl who got hit, she wasn't even in the argument. She wasn't arguing. I know you all saw her take her shirt off, but she really had nothing to do with it. She wasn't.
Nobody helped her. Nobody handed her so much as a napkin.
She tried, and I think she was taking off her shirt because it was blood on her shirt. Now,
Right.
and she was trying to cover her head. It was a lot going on with her, but she
Right.
had nothing to do with it. And I am reaching out to her through various mediums because if she is pressing any charges, I am going to have her link with my attorney as well. We
I don't
will
want you to jump
support
into that
each
just
other.
yet. Yeah, we're
I'm
gonna get
sorry.
to that, Toy. I don't want you to jump ahead because I'm gonna ask you about
Yeah,
that in a minute.
so I want her to know
Do me
that.
a favor. Yeah, do me a favor.
So,
I want you to
mhm.
start from the beginning, and then I want you to go to the end. I want to know
Okay.
how this. You said it started with the hookah,
It
and
started
then I
with
want you
hookah.
to give
So
me the
they're
whole
arguing.
story.
So they
Yeah.
hit. She swings. So M
Okay.
swings and hits C. So
Okay.
now security is coming in.
Right.
Security does come and they
Right.
take, now, let me say this. There are two groups of girls. One group has 4 girls in the group. So
Right.
security instantly gets those young ladies and takes them towards the back of the bar. They
Gotcha.
take them in the opposite direction. The other
Right.
security take the other group towards the front of the bar. When
Right.
security takes the one group towards the back, keep in mind it was 4 of them. Security
Uh-huh.
doesn't know that it was 4 of them. He takes
Right.
3. He takes 3 of them. He takes them
Gotcha.
out of the back and puts them in their car, the car that they came in. They're in their
Right.
car and they were about to leave. What do they notice? Oh my God,
They're missing somebody.
we missing our 4th person.
Right.
They get in their car. Now, mind you, security then took the other girls out the front to get them in their car so they can leave.
Right.
But who is in that group? The one from the other group. So that's the fight in the front.
No.
So now they get in their car and they come around because they can't get back in the back. We have gates
Right.
back there. We locked it up. We put them in
Yeah.
their car. Security is coming back in the building to secure the building to kind of,
Right.
because now we shut down.
Yeah.
So when they drive around, what do they see? They
Fighting.
see the one that they were coming to get getting jumped. That's how the fight continues.
Not just
They
getting
get out
jumped.
of
Not just getting jumped, Toy. Let's be
well,
clear. She was hit over her
there's
head with a bottle at least 4 or 5 times.
outside.
Outside.
This now
They
is
had
outside.
her. These group of girls had that girl against that wall, and the one girl in the white top, she's taking this bottle. I don't know if it's a bottle. I don't know what it is, but she hit that girl repeatedly with it. Now
And
I don't know why
don't think we
jumping.
don't know her name. I got it.
Yep. Yep.
But
And
that was the one because they were coming around to get her. They were going to leave. They
yeah.
weren't even still escalated because by then security had got them in their car to say, okay,
Yeah.
y'all gotta leave. They was like, oh, but then they look
Yeah.
around. I don't have one. They
No,
drive
I don't
around
have
just to
one.
pick her up. And when they
Yeah.
drive around to see her,
All of this is going on. Help me
that's
understand. So this is the one in the orange. That's what Shaquita's asking. Was this the one in the orange? So this is the girl that was the girl in the orange was a 4th friend.
I don't know what they had on. I have it all and I've given it to my attorney, but
Yeah.
it was so some of them were in one of them was in a blue jogging suit, somebody was in blue jeans and a white top, then it was a girl in the orange, but the one that was getting beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. Even my security was outside, and the security across the street came to help, and my
Yeah.
bar
He was
backs
there.
came out to help. Huh?
Yeah.
My bar
I'm
backs
just
came in.
yes, and she's like that, and thank Denisha for coming and giving some clarification. But let's ask even this question. Why wasn't she once we figure out, oh, this girl ain't with this group? Why wasn't she pulled back into the bar?
Now, don't forget, all of this is not happening in a 5-minute span. This is happening in seconds. So now in the
Yeah.
bar, now let's go back to the bar.
Right.
Once you start breaking up fights and security is not coming by real nice, saying, hey, excuse me, let me get to this fight. Excuse me. They pushing people out the way because what we fail to realize is people get in the way of security because they are
Yes.
busy videotaping, they're trying to see this. So now you're in the way. We can't
Right.
even get to the fight because you're there with your camera. Please
Right.
move so we can get there.
Right.
So when they're not moving, security got to move them. But when you move them, guess what people now are doing? Now they mad at the next person. Now they want to fight.
They want to fight. Exactly. And let me
So
just
now
make
you
sure
have
I show this. Yes, as a person who is a member of the Brownsville community, I just want to make sure my comment is highlighted. Skybox is my favorite sports bar because as a homeowner in the Brownsville, I have seen firsthand their positive impact on the city. This was an isolated event, an unfortunate part of business, and I have confidence in the owners moving forward. So do I. So let's.
Thank you, Mike. I truly appreciate that.
No problem. No problem.
This has been a nightmare. Literally a nightmare. But where were we? Because by the time we get out there,
we
still got people on the inside having fights because now we didn't push them out the way. They're mad because we're pushing them out the way, saying get out. So it was just difficult to control. It was a lot.
It was difficult to control. And it just seems like, do you guys, or are you open to having someone, particularly when you're hiring this new security? What are your requirements? What are you asking of them? What is your expectations of this new security coming in? Because obviously those expectations that you had of the old security for somehow didn't hit. So what's
and I don't wanna say it didn't hit that day.
Yeah.
Prior to this incident, I keep telling people this is really an anomaly. This is not Skybox.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that I had to even get rid of the security company because of this. Because in my plan moving forward that I'm going to have to tell to the city, I'm going to have to say, hey, I had to get rid of the security team. But that's another Black-owned business as well. And for the most part, it just wasn't Skybox.
Exactly.
I hate
Let's take a look. Shalonda says, as an employee of Skybox, we really have an impact in so many ways. From the community being in-house, I was first a customer, and we really build bonds with everyone who steps foot inside. Shalonda, you are correct. These types of situations happen everywhere, believe it or not, and it's so unfortunate. Employees were all over the place trying to defuse the situation. And then also, before we even speak on that one, Nivea says, what makes this fight different from other fights? I don't understand why this has received so much attention. You want to know why, Nivea? Because grown folk go to Skybox. That's why. And
you know what I think though, Michael? I think it got so much attention because we're in the middle of a pandemic.
That too. But then on top of it, if we saw this happen at 618 or on water, if we saw this happen, at another location, let's say Jay somewhere different, I don't think this will be it's a shock to us because of the reputation you guys have. So it was a shock to us, so that's why everybody's like, wait a minute, what's going on?
But let me tell you what's really funny. What people don't know is the police didn't even stay to really help us do a lot that night. After the police came, they didn't arrest anybody. People just kind of left. They flashed their lights and they left. Do you know where they went as soon as they left us? They got a call for a fight at Casablanca.
Good Lord.
They left us and went down to Casablanca to help them out.
No.
So it was fights all over the city on that day. It wasn't just a fight at Skybox. But Casablanca had a fight that day. But I agree with you, Nick. Thank you.
Yeah. And it's not, it's not. I think it's just the attention. Number one is COVID. For me and for other people like me, let me tell you something to you, Toy. My family, myself and my cousins work at a business that's down the street. You know, I'm somewhere. We meet at Skybox every Friday. Okay. So as a patron, we're looking at this like, geez, where's all the
Where's
security?
Royce?
And yeah, where's Roy? Like, and on top of that, shoot, am I safe when I go here? Like, you know, this is the part, like, is this what these girls is pulling up to do? Like, what they doing? And the fact that we have people that were recording rather than trying to help diffuse it, that's not. And I'm going to ask you a few more questions. Do you know the names of those involved? Do you know all of their names? I know the answer.
I don't know all of them, but I have at least 8. You have at least
8 names. Okay, and what are we going to do about them?
Well, right now I've already contacted Attorney Baldwin's office, and so I do have an attorney on it. We are placing restraining orders on everyone. We are also doing no trespassing orders, and I'm also asking to the ones who were actively in the fight, the 2 that started it, I am suing them for vandalism and destruction of property. So I'm getting together all invoices, anything that was destroyed, any lost wages, any walkout money. I am going forward. You don't understand. Like it, I almost want to cuss because people that know me on here know I'm a cusser, but I'm trying to be nice. And what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying? So I'm trying. So I got to take a deep breath as I'm speaking, but all of them involved, even the instigators, even the ones that were saying, get in there and get her, get her, get her. I want them to.
I want to know who Ray Ray is. Get in there, Ray Ray. Who was Ray Ray?
Oh, I got her name.
Oh.
I got her name.
We have Ray Ray's name. Ray Ray.
I got her name. I got her Instagram, and I've already CCAP'd her, and I've already given that to the attorney.
Oh. Well, yeah.
And
so what are you going to do about your planning? Yeah. What are you going to do about your planning of not just your security, not just making sure COVID restrictions are had? What are we going to do about programming at Skybox to make sure that we're attracting the correct crowd during this time?
Let me say this to you. I don't want to say the correct crowd because again, Skybox is Skybox. It's something about people like Skybox. They really do.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I want to be very careful in what I say about the correct crowd because even some of what people may consider D-boys or whatever, they good to us.
No, and I don't mean to say, I don't mean to say that because that's not what I mean. Yeah, I understand completely what you're saying. What I'm saying is the crowd, Skybox's crowd. How are you?
The ones that love us.
Right. Well, how are you planning your format out so that your crowd, the one that you're used to seeing, the ones that regularly patronize you, the ones that are kind of like myself, are there every Friday?
Me.
How are you? You see what I'm saying? So where are you doing to reassure them and to give them something to come to make sure that, hey, this won't happen again? How are we not only reassuring the licensing board, but also reassuring the people that are usually here normally every day, not every day, but have their particular nights where they say, this is my night that I go to Skybox. So how are you going to do that?
First of all, I want people to, I'm starting even here. That's why I really reached out to you. I'm so glad you offered this particular platform, number one. Because I want people to know that's not us. And I want them to really know that. This is not Toi, it's not Royce, it's not Skybox. And I want people to say, you know what, she right. This is really not them. Then on top of that, I want them to know that, yes, we have a new security company. Yes, we know who the individuals were that were involved in it. And we are going after them with the full force that I have because I got time. So now that I got time, I'm coming after you. So I want them to know that because I'm going after them, this is not who we are and it won't be tolerated. We're not going to tolerate it today. We're not going to tolerate it tomorrow. We're not going to tolerate it moving forward ever. We're going to look at some of those things. Some of the rules that are in place, guess what? You're going to follow them. You're going to follow them. If we say no belt, you're not coming in there if you don't have on a belt. That's just going to be the rule. Because when you go to Atlanta and they say no gym shoes, you know what? You go back and you put your dress shoes on. you're going to conduct yourselves accordingly. So if these are the rules, these are just the rules. We're not going to negotiate them. You're not going to call
Yeah.
Royce and say, but Royce, let me call Toi. We're not going to do that. You're going to follow these rules. They're going to be posted. I'm going to put them on Instagram. I'm going to put them on Facebook. I'm going to have them posted at the door. This is that. And that's it. We're not going to waver from it, because it seems like sometimes when we give people a little bit, people sneak in under the radar. Sneak in under the radar. And then
Catherine wanted to say this for you. She said, that's not us. I work at Skybox only 1 day a week. And that's because I don't have to work there. I'm there because I enjoy my time. The atmosphere is like a family atmosphere. Kids are welcomed before 8 p.m. And that's how safe our place is usually. By the way, come see me on Wednesday wing night. Ask for the life. No, you ain't doing a plug. Oh, no.
Put in the plug, Cat. But you get what I'm saying?
Right. It is true. It's not a lie. It's very true. Lachey says there is a way. There's a way that any crowd will know how to show respect based on the fact of where they are, requires and demands that this is an opportunity to tweak whatever can happen, can make that happen. Wishing you guys well and thanks for the transparency. So
thank you.
So they
Tony,
appreciate you coming. Yeah. So we just want to say this, and I'm gonna let you carry, because I really want you to carry this, not me, because I'm here to listen. When we are looking at this, right, and we're saying, this is what we want to be, this, how are you going to show? Because now it has put you in a position that now you have to show not just us as a community, but also not just because the people that know you, we know you. Okay, we ain't who you got to worry about. Now how do you show the community that's not familiar with you, not familiar with Royce, not familiar with the atmosphere? How do you show the people that are the licensing authority? How do we get to a place where they say we're comfortable giving Skybox their license?
We have to live what we say. We have to live it, not just do it. It just has to be a lifestyle at this point. This is just what we do. I will also let the licensing committee know, you don't have a track record of this with us. Right. This is not like, they can't go back and say, well, on the 28th you did it, on the 20th it happened. This isn't a consistent thing. This is an anomaly. This is a piece that stands out from any other piece. This piece doesn't belong on this puzzle. And we'll have to really push that. And I'll have to really let them know, look at all of the deposits that we've made into the community based on us being there. This is what we do versus this is what happened on one night. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to really start publicizing, because I talked to another individual from the Bronzeville district, and they said, why don't you publicize the scholarships that you've given? I've given out at least no less than 10 $1,000 college scholarships, no less. I've given out college baskets. I've given out book bags, turkeys, food baskets. I've given out TVs. People have had untimely deaths, and we have had fundraisers to raise money so that families could feel the ease of being able to celebrate their loved one's last day. And so we've done a lot in the community. And I think I'm going to have to go to the board to say, let me show you. There's no hospital in the Milwaukee community that I didn't take food to during the pandemic. Not one. I took chicken and I took chicken, fries, all kind of stuff there, saying, please stay safe, stay strong. We are here with you. There's not a time that the police department didn't come down and say, hey, we need a new basketball court over here. I don't ask questions. I just give them the money, do it. They come in, water, ice, whatever they have needed. Their bike patrol, guess what? We are the stop for the bike patrol for the police department district. It's not too many businesses that can say that.
Yeah,
I have
you're
a
right.
laundry list of things that we've done. I don't promote, like, I don't get out there to say, hey, I want to take a picture with you because I want everybody to know I gave you this.
Right.
That's what we do. We not just taking
Yeah.
from the community. I'm not living in no big old mansion in Menominee Falls. I live in a house in Milwaukee.
Right.
And I still work a regular job.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
it's not that we out here taking. I want the community to know that we are there for the community. And that's why
Right.
the people that work at Skybox, they can say, we know people by their name. Hey, come
Right.
holler at me on Wednesday. Hey, I'm there on Friday. That's why you can say,
Yeah.
nope, it's my girl. That's why somebody can be like, nope, I only buy my
Yeah.
bottles from Shalana. Nope, Tony gonna come and get. People can say
Yes.
that. They
Yeah.
know our name, we know their name. And I want people to
Exactly.
know we don't plan to move away from that family lifestyle. We don't plan
Right.
to waver just because this 1% came in and knocked us down. Hey, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be stronger and I'm gonna come
Yeah.
back. I'm not gonna fall. I'm
Right.
not gonna fall.
Right.
And I'm
Exactly. And
coming
Shalonda has
forward.
something to say too. As one of your employees, I want to give her an opportunity to say because I believe she was there. She says everyone is required to wear a mask upon entry. Also, throughout the night, the DJ makes numerous announcements. I know that because I've been there while that's happened. If you are not eating and drinking, smoking hookah, please wear your mask. We even go around and ask people to wear them. Wear them. Honestly, people get so mad and bothered when asked to wear them. I work all popular nights. I'm not just saying this as an employee. Listen, I understand that and I know that. But see, here's the devil's advocate, right, Toy?
Because it's always
Right,
another side.
right. They are upset because they don't want to wear a mask, right? They have not said to you this is for religious reasons. They have not said to you this is for because when we looked at this video, there were no masks. And I'm talking about from the outside to the inside. How do you and when you were giving and let's say this fighting incident is absolutely an isolated incident, but I believe and correct me if I'm wrong, there were issues prior that had to do with COVID restrictions that the city had concerns about. Am I wrong?
Now, again, we constantly abide by our we abide by the safety plan that was in place. So now
Right,
keep in mind, we are at 100% based on our safety
right.
plan that was approved. Now, because of this particular fight, it has
Mm.
been revoked. But we've always
Oh,
abided by the rules.
gotcha.
We have
Gotcha.
abided by what they've asked. Now,
Okay.
again, and I tell people, and I hate to deflect, but if you go
Mm.
on water, they're not abiding by it. If you go anywhere else, they're not wearing the mask on the inside. Now, they might
Right.
wear it at the bank, or they might wear it at Target, or they might wear it at places like that, but they're not wearing the mask in a club setting. They're just not.
And
People
yeah,
don't go out to social distance.
right,
People don't be like, I'm going out to kick it, have a good time, to be 6 feet apart from the next person. That's
right.
just
Exactly.
not reality. And
It's
we
not.
can't legally, that's what I said at first, Denisha. You can't
Yeah.
legally force him. You could say, hey, put your mask on. We as individuals have to take that on to say, hey, I'm gonna wear my mask. You
Yeah,
can't.
or ask the licensing authority area and say, listen, you want me to enforce this, but you're not giving me the ordinance to do it. And are we saying to the city, we need this ordinance? We need you to
Right.
give us we need teeth to this. You know what I'm saying? I can't bite because you don't give me no teeth. You get what I'm saying? I can't enforce this because you haven't given me the authority to do so.
And you
So
haven't given me a leg to stand on. And so
gotcha.
really what's about to happen though is there is a new health commissioner. And more
Hmm.
than likely will probably be changing in the next 2 weeks anyway. So just
Yeah.
think, Texas has dropped all mask ordinances. Mississippi came right behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, we're in the green. I don't know if people actually check that but we're in the green on all accounts. It might be 2 accounts we're in the yellow, but our data in the state of Wisconsin is definitely looking a lot better. And with a new
Yeah.
commissioner, who's to say that we'll even be under a mask ordinance in the next 2 weeks?
Yeah. You know what? Robin says they can fine you if people aren't wearing masks though. So how it's like how are they
Not that
able
they
to not
can,
give
they are. They're gonna find
they,
you.
oh wow.
They are. They are.
And this is how don't people have that authority if there's a mask mandate? And that's
Because
what
there's no law behind it. It's just a mandate. So the mandate says it's just like um it, it, I don't want to use that. They're just saying it's a mass mandate, but there's no law and no consequence behind it. So, say for example, if you get caught speeding, if I'm going 70 in a 40, there is a
right,
law that says you violated this particular law. We now can give you a ticket. This ticket is this much and this many points.
right.
It's just a mandate that says, hey, wear your mask. There's nothing else that supports it.
Okay.
There's
So they're
no,
basically yeah. So there are things that we need to do on the city's end, sounds like, that has to happen through the city so that it can then trickle down into the establishments so that we can get the results we're looking for.
right. And as all establishments, because
Right.
I'm sure Skybox is not the only place that is having a
Of course
problem
not.
with
Yeah, no.
people not wearing their mask. It's just that
Mm,
now we are highlighted. But there are
gotcha.
probably several places where
Mm,
you've got to constantly say, put your mask on, put your mask on, put your mask on. And people be like, ah, if I wanted my mask,
mm,
you know what I mean? And it's
yeah.
always a fight. So it's just
Yeah.
that we don't have a leg to stand on. It's not a law. If they
It's
don't
not a
wear it,
law. Yeah. Now
if
Lachey
they
is
don't,
saying if they don't wear the mask, right? Lachey is saying if you go in any restaurant, you are required to wear a mask upon entry and when not seated at your table, which Skybox does as well. I've been there, and Skybox has done the
we
same
do.
thing. That makes it will be off when eating and drinking. Same thing they do. Unfortunately, that will look bad, and like no one is wearing a mask at all. If a photo or video is taken at a place like Disney, any park, they ask you to leave if you violate this in any way. It's it's now to a point where I mean, how do you navigate that? And are you going
You
to ask
can't.
the city to help
There's
you
nothing.
navigate that?
There's still nothing behind it. It's a mandate, and so
Yeah,
if people say I'm not wearing it, and they argue with you, you
yeah,
can offer them other options. Like I can say, hey, well, would you like your meal to go? And then if I say that, you know what? People gonna be like, oh, she think,
right.
it's a battle.
But
Look,
at
if I
this
wanted it
point,
to go, I wouldn't have came in.
yeah. So it gets to the point like, well, are we saying to them, no, I'm not refusing you service, but if you're not going to wear a mask, I'm going to need you to take your meal to go. Maybe that is something that needs to happen to us.
We can try. I'm telling you. It's
Yeah.
it then becomes, I'm telling you, people are gonna say you're discriminating against me. There's nothing for me to stand on.
Yeah. And so what I would do in your place is I would ask them, what would you have me do? What would you have me do? Because at this point, I'm what am I to do? And that's just that's to say that yeah, that's pretty messed up. I got a few more questions for you, okay?
Oh, not a problem.
And I think I asked the other questions already. I asked these questions already. Just ask them in normal. Okay, I ain't got no questions. Oh no, I do have one. There are some rumors, some reports that there may have been people that were there that may not have been the age they're supposed to be in Skybox. Have you heard the same?
That I have not heard. And
Okay.
I will say that the security does a great job of weeding them out. And
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one. Now
You
that
haven't
is
heard
new.
that one?
I have not
Okay.
heard that. And I will
Okay.
say this though. the new security team will be enforcing all things. Now, I haven't heard that. And I will say, I am in the underage community. And when I say that, I say that as an educator because I'm in the high schools.
Right.
And so I didn't just get to the high schools. I've been in the high schools for 20 years. So I know that, and a lot of them, if they have, now I'm not going to say they haven't tried to get in Skybox, but they see me at the door and they know, quit playing with me. I don't need, I'll call your mama. Like I have had that.
I'll call your mama right now.
I'll call your mama. And some of them, even since the pandemic, I'll say, you can't even be on my street. Like some of them have tried to come in and even get stuff to go. I made them stand outside even before 8 o'clock because I know who they are. Good boy, stand outside, quit playing with me. You didn't even log into Google today. Quit playing with me. You're going to stand out here and I'm okay?
I'll bring your food outside.
I'll bring your food outside.
No, that's not the one I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear Denisha. Denisha says, I personally have asked them to leave. I also do not service anyone without a mask. However, there's always someone screaming, we can't do that to them.
Now, Denisha really don't. She don't play with you.
Yeah, she's like, I ain't servicing you, you ain't got your mask on.
Yeah.
And you know, I want to, yes. So what is your call to action? And we were at I've run out of questions. And I believe this is your opportunity to say to the community your call to action for them.
I know this was a bad look. I want everybody in the community to know that I am on it. I've looked at the videos. I have talked with the police department. I've talked with Bronzeville District. I am not going to stop depositing into the community that we are servicing. That will not stop. But I want them to know that we are up for our license on March 9th. I will give Mr. Curtis the information. If anybody would like to provide.
Say it now. That way I can put it on the thing. Say it now. What is it?
They would need to reach out to, let me get it for you, because I want them to know the number that they can call. Give me 1 second. Because they can call and offer any positive testimony and any negative. Like I'm not going to stop anybody from saying what they want to say. But we have our public hearing on March 9th at 10:35. If anybody would like to offer any positive, any comments, they want us to stay, they like our family environment, they are to reach out to Molly, Molly, Steele, Steele. Her phone number is 414-286-2775.
Okay, hold on. I'm loaded in.
I'm sorry?
I'm loaded in now.
Her email, if they want to email her, do you want me to put it in the private chat so you can see the email?
That would be nice. That'd be dope. That way I can have that all. Okay.
They can either email her or they can call her to speak at the hearing or to provide any written documentation of the hearing. If anybody else, prior to that, if you're saying, no, I don't want to do that, if you would just email a positive comment to Malele Cogg's office, that would be beneficial as well. Because their office believes that we did nothing to stop the fight, that we didn't take them out of the back, or that we didn't assist, which is completely untrue. Or I don't know if they know that we actually do positive things in the community. Is it over? Hmm. Hmm.
Lost. I have no idea how I got lost. Hey, y'all, I'm back. Come back in for me. Okay. I'm back. Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties. No, I didn't just hang up. It was technical difficulties, you all. My bad. Okay. We're going to just wait for her to get back so we can run. While I'm waiting on Toi to get back in, I want you all to make sure you're reaching out to this particular person, Molly Steele. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get all of her information in here for y'all. Damn it. No, I lost Molly Steele. Let me see. I'm going to run this banner across the bottom. And I want you all to make sure that y'all are reaching out to Molly Steele at this number. We're just going to wait for Toi to get back in. And we'll continue this conversation. 1 second, y'all.
Are we here? I can't hear you. I can say something. I didn't know if I could hear you.
That's because I'm
You're on
muted like a
mute.
dodo. Like a dodo. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you now.
Lord. I'm new to this. Like, what's going on? Okay. So I got her phone number out there, but you were giving me her email. And so I want to make sure I put that in. Just tell me, because I think that's what made it pop me out. What's her email? Just spell it out for me.
Her email, let me go back to it because I also want them to reach out to Alderwoman's
Alderwoman Malele Cod. Hold on, because I think you got the services going out.
I'll I'll say it in just a moment. Let me get you this.
Yeah.
I wonder, is Kat still on here?
Cat, I don't know. Let's see.
Kat is not on here, is she? Because she has that. Because I want to make sure we're using good use of time. Okay, here it is. The email address is Molly, MOLLY dot.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
MOLLY dot KUETHER hyphen Steele, STEELE at Milwaukee.gov.
Now spell that middle name for me one more time.
So it's Molly, MOLLY dot K as in Kelly, U as in umbrella, E egg, T Tom, H Harry, E egg, R Richard, hyphen Steele, STEELE
So
at
Ruler.
Milwaukee.gov.
So
Yeah.
RUETHER. Ruther.
Molly, KUETHER hyphen Steele.
Hyphen Steele. So it'll be Molly Cuther Steele at Milwaukee.gov.
Yes. As a matter of
Okay.
fact, I'll even send you some of the information, and if you post it, I'll post it. Yep, but reach
Okay.
out to her. That's her phone number or her email.
Okay. So let me make sure I put
Because
this
we
in the
go.
banner. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Okay. There we go.
Thank you. Or they can contact
Okay.
the office of Alderwoman Cox to let them know
Okay.
that they support us or that, this is an anomaly.
Okay. So let me take it down again and put or contact Alderwoman Cox. And contact.
Yeah, and.
Yeah.
But what I'll do is I will send you a list of people if they want to pick, or they can make one email and send it to Molly, Alderwoman Cogg's
Mm-hmm.
office, Yashika Beard or Bird, she's
Mm-hmm.
at licensing. So, or
Yeah.
Cavalier Johnson. It's a lot of people that have been CC'd on this. Like it's not just in our community. Like it has all gone all the way up to the city clerk.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? I've had to
Right.
speak with. Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah. 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 So you know what? I just want to say, first of all, thank you for trusting me enough to come here. I appreciate you. You keep thanking me for the platform. I just want to thank you for trusting me enough with your story and being able to have some time to talk about it and get it out. I was particularly disappointed in the young ladies because I know that's not what Skybox is about. So that was very confusing for me, right? So I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. Got your back, right? Got your back. We want Skybox to stay open, which is what I kept saying. We're gonna lose Skybox. What y'all doing?
and I heard you. I was like, I gotta inbox them. See, so I thank you so much.
No
I truly
problem.
appreciate it.
All right. Well, it's all love from this end. And I want you to know that I appreciate you using this platform to tell your story. And I want you to enjoy the rest of your day. And I wish you all the best. And you'll see me in person before you see me anyway. So I'll come down and get some chicken. Get some chicken.
Please. Right, because it's gonna be me and Royce at the door now.
Yeah, right. I'm like, hey.
Right.
You here? Look! I ain't gotta say where's Royce about. You here? I'm like, where's Royce?
You here? Right here.
All this. Right here.
Thank you so much.
Here I go. Thank you.
It was so great talking to you. Bye-bye.
It was awesome speaking with you. Bye-bye.